So here I am, back again. The plants that I transplanted earlier are actually perking up pretty well. They didn't get super wilty to start with. They had been well watered to start with. Actually, probably a little bit, it would have been easier if they hadn't been as well watered. But what I'm doing now is I'm going to plant seeds. You'll notice I have two different seed trays here. I have these seed trays, which has only got 50 spots in it, and I know for a lot of people 50 sounds like a lot, but when you're planting a gazillion flowers, we don't direct seed our flowers in general because it's really hard to keep things moist enough to have them come up correctly. This has got 50, this has got a 162. I've already got water in the bottom of these trays so that they're already starting to pull some moisture up from the bottom. I have my seeds divided into two collections. And these are best described as fast and slow. There are certain families of seeds. Cucurbits is one of the most noticeable ones. That includes cucumbers, cantaloupe, watermelons, all those kind of guys. They come up really fast. They're a large seed, and they're going to be up in just less than a week, and they're going to get big quickly. So in this bucket here, I have my watermelon. I've got several different kinds of sunflower, cantaloupe, patty pan summer squash, yellow summer squash, zucchini. Let's see, that's a patty pan, but that's a green one. Butternut squash and cucumbers. So I do have flowers, but I also have lots of cucurbits. And in my other pile, I have things that are going to come up a little slower, be a little less giant. So I have zinnias. Most of the peppers we planted did not come up, so I'm going to try them again. Husk cherries also did not come up. These are more zinnias. My hollyhocks had very poor germination, so I'm trying some seeds that I harvested myself last year. Thai basil, we discovered we love it, and we were able to purchase one small plant at the big box store, but we want more. So tarragon, because we can't usually get it at all, and there's a few recipes I want to experiment that use tarragon, so we're increasing our herb collection. Then more zinnias, and did I mention more zinnias? So I'm going to get started on this, and I'll give my quick little rundown on planting seeds, just in case you haven't heard this before. Read the packet. This is Johnny's, and it says transplant recommended. Okay, that's what we're going to do, obviously. But then it'll tell you how deep to plant the seeds. In this case, these cucumbers should go in a 1/2 inch deep. In the case of these sunflowers, they should also go in a 1/2 inch deep. In the case of these zinnias, a 1/2 inch. In case of the husk cherries, that's probably a 1/16 of an inch if I know them. Yeah, like a 1/16 to a maximum of an 1/8 of an inch. So read the package. It'll tell you what to do. Do it. Certain things like the little strawberry guy I have over here, they say keep it almost soggy until it comes up. Very hard to germinate those guys. A lot of these will also tell you how long it's going to take. So for certain things like the husk cherries, they can take up to 21 days to start. They don't usually take quite that long, but they can. Things like the cucumbers and squash, they're usually up, like I say, 4, 5, 6 days at the max. You sometimes get some stragglers who come in a little bit later, but actually reading the information about your seeds will make a big difference in terms of your success rate. I'm going to label my rows If I'm only doing 1 or 2 seeds per plant type, for instance, I don't need, 20 zucchini plants. God save us, I don't know what we do with 20 zucchini plants. So I'm only going to be planting 1 or 2 of those, so I will label the individual cells for those. If I'm doing a big row of flowers, I'll label just the entire row. It cuts down on the need for a million labels right away, and it lets me get the job done. So let me put you on time lapse, and you can watch me do this. I'm going to put my seeds that I'm not currently using in the shade, because cooking your seeds is a really bad plan. And these larger seeds are going to be going in here. I'll do as many as I can. I'll do the vegetables first, and then I'll see what I've got left for flowers. The veggies get first choice of their spot. So I'm going to actually move these guys over and pivot these, because it is easier to work in the other direction. And since there's nothing in this, it doesn't hurt anything. Watch. Whoa, I just watched practically watch them grow.